Hey guys, it's HeySofia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to day 11 of CRAFTMAS. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Today is my most anticipated build and we are building Santa's workshop. So I'm getting right into the build today, starting off by using the dark oak log to do the base of our build. Now I will have the dimensions on screen in a few seconds once I finish building this base, so you can write them all down and build this yourself. If you remember in the first episode where I did the roads tutorial, I said I'm going for the old German theme in my town because I want it to be all uniform in that theme. So that's why we're using the dark oak today, because the workshop will be in a German kind of theme. I think it looks really nice though, and it should turn out good. Nearly finished now though, just doing this last side section here. Okay, there we go. So there are the dimensions on screen for you there. You can see this is quite a large build, and that's because when I think of Santa's workshop, I think it's like the biggest build in the village. So I think it's only appropriate that it is quite large in size and that no other building is really bigger than it. I'm also just putting some dark oak logs on all the corners of the build now. They are 6 blocks high, and this is because we want the inside to have a lot of height, because again, I feel like it should be the biggest build, and because it is a workshop or factory environment, you want it to feel quite big inside and feel like it is actually a workshop or a factory. Let's fill in these walls though. There we go. So I have filled them in with the white concrete today. And now we're going to focus on the front of the house a little bit, and then we'll do all the sides. First things first, a door there in the middle, and then you want to do a trim on either side with the dark oak log going all the way to the top. Once you do that, we're going to do a dark oak sideways log trim along the top, which we will do around the rest of the build as well. We're also going to do a couple of windows here and just frame the bottom of them with the dark oak staircase. We're also going to do a layer below the dark oak log of dark oak planks, and last but not least, we will use these spruce staircases upside down just to do a little overhang there, and that's where we will have put our roof. We're now going to do the side here, which I will do just one side, and then I will replicate the same on the back and on the other side. So you want to go 3 blocks in from the side and build this 3 block wide, including the trim window. I'm also going to do, like I said, the dark oak sideways log all around the top. Now these windows we will be adding more detail to later, but we're building just the base of them now. Once we get around to the roof, we'll be doing a bit more. But just like the front, you want the dark oak staircase underneath for a trim. But we're now going to do that trim of the dark oak plank all along the underneath here. And I think this is looking quite nice already. Still a lot more to do though. The next window side we're doing is the end of the building, so you want to go probably about 1 or 2 blocks in. Now I'm going to do one big window here because I think it would be quite nice. But you don't have to, because especially in colder climates you typically have small windows, so you're not letting out a lot of heat. So this is not something that you have to do if you don't want to. I just thought it might be nice just for a build situation. Now you could take it all the way up to the top, but like this. But we might keep it just inside this little bit here. And again, down the bottom, frame with the dark oak plank log. Now I just sped up ahead and finished doing the exact same on the other side of the building and also on the back. So the back of the building is just copying the front. Now I'm just making my roof at the moment. So we're making like the second story kind of like triangle bit for the front of the build here. Now I'm building a really big one. You could do smaller though if you don't like this look. You could do it even bigger. I'm making mine completely uneven. You just want to make sure however you build it that there's enough space to put a window like I'm showing there. But yeah, you just want to make it kind of rickety. It's like in that first village filler house that I just did any kind of random roof. You want to be doing that same kind of look with this roof. And I'm going to speed up ahead and we'll do the exact same roof on the other side of the center of the build just so it replicates. And then on the end of the builds here, you want to go 2 blocks in, 2 blocks in, and then the one little 1, 1, 1 on the end there. And this is because we want a smaller roof on these sides. Now that that is done though, we're going to start focusing on the actual roof of the build. Now this roof we're going to build just like any other roof, so I'm going to skip past me building the entire roof, but I'll show the basics. So just like when you're starting any kind of roof like this, you want to be using a full block and then a staircase where it starts to go to the edge, just like this. We'll also do a full block on top. There we go. And for the trim of our build, we will be doing the cobblestone block because I think it's a really nice kind of like gutter trimming kind of block when you're using a stone brick block. So I will grab those out for us. And we're just going to make the trim all along the edge here. There we go. And then we'll be using the slab to make a trim around the edge of the house as well. Now once that's done, we're going to start focusing on the back kind of area of the house. We might do a little detail here though, just to make it curve up a little bit for fun. I think that looks good enough, just a little one. Now the way that we're going to do the roof, you just want to carry this along the whole way to join up with the other side, which is why I said you want the 2 triangles on all ends matching each end. I'm then going to do the little trimming on this one here, and you want it to be joining up sideways to the other build roof. So once you do that end there, you might just want to grab these slabs and carry along like this. You might do our cobblestone trim. But I sped up ahead and did my roofing, but it's the exact same as any other roof. So you just want to join up the roof like a normal house roof. And then once you get to the corner there, you just want to join it straight. Yeah, but it's just a normal roof, so I didn't see the point in showing it all. You can also, your roof might be different depending on how high you make your pyramid or anything like that. But it's really easy. I haven't done anything fancy at all with the roof, so just a normal roof. So I'm just doing some details underneath the roof here with some cobblestone fences and dark oak and spruce fences, just to add a little bit of variety and a little bit of change in it. And we will also do this on the ends of the build as well. But we might also add a little roof here over our windows and doorway. And then I'm going to go into detail about this one. So what you want to do is remove the roof trimming and 1 block higher. Then grab your cobblestone staircase. Do these kind of like little staircases there. And then you can see it's just a really kind of easy overhang detail. So staircases, slab there, and then slab 1 block higher, and there we go. And that's all it really is. So I'm going to do that on both sides of the build when I speed up. But first things first, we might also carry it into the roof a little bit. Now I will actually be making my roof snow covered, just like I have done with every other roof in my build so far, because I want it to be matching. So if you don't want to do a roof like this and you just want to focus on doing the snow roof, that's completely fine. I always just like to build the roof first because I don't want to build no roof and then I'm like, okay, I'll just do the snow roof. and then the snow roof doesn't look like a roof when you finish it. So even if I use more resources, I always build the roof first and then we'll do the snow on top. And I'm just doing my windows now, which I'm just doing the same light blue and white glass panes for that frosted look all over them. So I will be doing this all around the building. There we go. And this is pretty much the majority of the outside done now. We have a few more things to do, but we're pretty good now. Now I'm going to do a window up here. I might do like a kind of, you could do a shape like this and then do a pattern on the inside, but I might go for something like maybe some edges here, like a rectangular or something. No. Yeah, I might do that. I think that looks quite good. So we'll fill that in with our glass there. And then do the trim down the bottom as well, maybe with the dark oak fence. With the dark oak staircase, there we go. And we might do a little overhang. Just grab the stone brick slab. Actually, I'll need a stair. And I think that's looking pretty good. It's a good little big window just for some detail up the top there. Now I have done a overhang just like the front of the house at the back here, but the only difference is I made it curved just for a little bit more detail if that's something that you're interested in doing. So I just made it a curved overhang instead of just a plain straight one because I didn't have a front door or anything. But it's up to you on how you'd like to do the back there. You could do no window at all and no overhang. Completely up to you. Next thing I'm doing though is I'm just building some candy canes that are very similar to the ones that are the light fixtures in the village. Except I'm not doing the quartz on top of mine, I'm just doing the plain red full block there because I think it looks quite nice. Now I'm going to be doing these on the edges of the building and also halfway through the other sides as well. Now you could do it like this, but I don't think it looks very nice and I think it will be better just being the white there because we do have it one block shorter. I think it looks nice being just a full block like that. We'll do it on this side here as well. And then we'll also do it halfway between on the sides here. And also on the end. And then we will do the exact same on the other side and also the back of the house. There we go. So that is all done now. Now I'm going to start doing my snow roof, which I won't completely film, but I'll show you what I'm doing. All I'm doing is removing blocks and replacing them with snow. And then on some places where I don't want it fully replaced with snow, I put a slab there that's quartz. I'm also just putting these snow little build-up blocks on top of these snow blocks, so I've got different heights on top of the snow. And I'm just doing this for the entire roof, which is why I'm skipping past it because it's going to take me a little bit of time. But this is all I'm doing. I'm just removing blocks, placing the snow blocks, placing some quartz blocks. And yeah, you just want to do this over and over until you have it all completed if you are interested in doing the snow look for your roof. Otherwise, you can just keep your roof how it is. There we go. So I have finished that off now and I'm now going to do a few little spruce overhang little garland kind of reef details here on the house. We're going to kind of build them up with the candy canes there. It just really depends though how you want to be doing it. It doesn't really matter how you do it. You just want to play around. I don't think it looks very nice like that though. Might join it up like this, or maybe that. Or maybe I'll do this. And then underneath there. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good now. But you just want to do this all over the front of the house, and I'm also going to be doing a little trimming over the triangle pointy section like that. Now I added to mine for some details some red and green skulls as well, just so they look like some little hanging ornaments all over the garland. But if you don't have access to skulls, don't worry about it, that's not something you have to do. But if you did want something similar, you could try maybe doing terracotta blocks or something like that possibly. Now I'm going to not film how I do the decorations because it is going to take me quite a while, but I will go through everything. I'm showing the base though of all the inside kind of building details I am doing. The first thing I did was I used spruce for the flooring because I don't want something very similar to the dark oak. And then I'm also doing spruce for the roof covering. So I'm just covering up all the snow that's on the inside of the house. So the roof is wood. I'll also add some wooden beams when I do my final decorating, just so I can hang stuff from it as well. But you want the inside of your Santa's workshop to feel really warm and cozy. So anything like a wood material is really going to get that point across, which is why I recommend using a lot of wood in here. But I'm just making some little wall sections here just to kind of like corner off the build, and then just on top of them we'll replace the roof bits here and the top there with white concrete. There we go. And then dark oak log along there as well, and we'll fill in the side sections with the white concrete as well. We're going to do this exact same thing on this side over here now. I've sped up there and I just added some light because it's a little bit dark and dingy. Now I'm making a little like doorway detail there, just with some dark oak slabs and fence on the inside of the door, and I'll do that on the other side as well. Now this central section here, I am going to build a staircase up to the second floor. You do not have to do that, you could just build lots of decoration over the roof and also make it a workshop. I'm going to build a staircase though, because I am putting Santa's office up there. So this is the completed build now, which I think is pretty nice. This room here, I made some tables which I kind of hooked up to a conveyor belt looking thing. So that carries the presents through the build over to this section over here, which drops them into this bin that I made with the like the trapdoor blocks. Now I put some bulk blocks in there and a few skulls on top to make it look like the toys that are being made by the elves are dropping into there. They then get wrapped at these wrapping stations, which I made by using some fence posts and some terracotta block between them to act like wrapping paper rolls. I think the terracotta makes a really good wrapping paper looking block, so this is kind of where the elves would come to like wrap the presents, and then they put them up on the shelves there. Now I added detail of red curtains to the windows and also green and red carpet. I've got garlands hanging up the top with the spruce block with those beams that I mentioned that I would build. Other than that, the only other detail I added to the other side of the build, which I don't have in here, is I built a fireplace because I thought it would be quite nice. I've also got a few plant pots around which I made with the nether brick block and just a spruce block on top. As for the little kind of like conveyor belt contraption, all I did was I made that with iron blocks and also stone slabs, and I put some dark grey or the grey carpet on top. Now if we go up into Santa's office up here, I kept this fairly simple. I didn't do a lot in here, so you could do more if you wanted to. I just added some beams up the top. I made a little desk here, and I've got a lot of bookshelves everywhere. I made a little, actually let's get a little cup here. This is like a hot cocoa cup. So I could do a skull, but we'll do that like that. But I made a little enchantment table over here, which I put the naughty or nice list. So it's kind of like a magical book kind of thing. Now all the skulls I get from a website called Fresh Coal. I'll link down below areas where I get my skulls from, so you can go check them out. But there you go, so there is how to build Santa's workshop in Minecraft. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Comment down below what you're doing for Christmas. But like always guys, thank you, bye!